Hello everyone, there's a new Argos catalogue out, so I thought it'd be good to do a normal ballistic test on it. And we're going to try 3 pellets, and to make it more fair you'll see I've taped the catalogue up at the side, so it should hold steady when I put the shots in, so it shouldn't buckle, which might affect future shots. Okay, so we're going to use the SMK Spitfire. This is like very lightweight, cheap 2.2 pellets. I think these will do pretty well. Then there's the Bisley Magnums. These are much better quality, as you can see from looking at them, heavier lead pellets. I think they'll do a lot better. Wow, sorry, the actual pellet is, obviously better quality, but I don't think that will go through as far, this one, because it's heavier and slower. And then we have the Prometheus pellets, which I'm not sure if they're stainless steel or lead, but they're, anyway, the metal's encased in a plastic skirt, and I think that might do the best because they're quite light, but it shouldn't, blossom out too much as it comes through. And they were sent to me by Baz, so big thanks to him. And we'll carry out a few shots from each, then we'll cut the book open and we'll see how far the actual shots have gone through. I think the Prometheus pellets will probably go furthest, then the Spitfires, and then the Bisley Magnums, but we'll see. Right, I have the catalogue set up about 10 yards away at the bottom of the garden. You can hopefully see on the chair. There's a slight bit of angle to it, but that shouldn't affect the ballistics test too much. So I'll be shooting it from here on the bench. And I'm going to do it SMK Spitfires, Bisley Magnums and the Prometheus pellets. Spitfires I'll place closest to the top of the catalogue, and the Prometheus pellets I'll put closest to the bottom. So I'll get started now. Right, there we go, there's the catalogue. The holes from the front seem to be in vastly different areas, so obviously the scope being zeroed pretty much for the Spitfires has a massive effect on where they go. I aimed Spitfires around here, so there's one Spitfire definitely there, looks like probably one there, and maybe a one there, so they've gone in that sort of grouping. I aim the Bisley Magnums here, and I don't think there's any of those around there, unless one of those is a Bisley Magnum, but we'll find out when we open it. And we've got a hole there, 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 and there. So that's 5 holes by the look of it. So I'm assuming both the Prometheus pellets and the Bisley Magnums went both around this area, but until we open it, I don't know. But most of those don't look like they've gone massively far into it with a taped shut catalogue, so I'll cut that open. Here we go. So yeah, you can see them a bit more clearly there. And I can't really see the Prometheus style ones, most of these look like lead pellets, so there you go. Got one at least fall out on page 57, and I can see the back ends of some more here, so most of them didn't get all that far. Looking at this one, this is an SMK Spitfire. There's another one there, look. That didn't get very far either, so round page 57 for the Spitfires. Another one there. Probably a Bisley Magnum there. Right, one of these has come out from underneath, so I'm guessing here they all next to the bottom of the catalogue will come out behind. Now I'm afraid this test wasn't massively conclusive because we couldn't find how deep some of these went, because it seems some of them just sort of ricocheted out at an angle. But the SMK Spitfire didn't get very far, it was about 50 something pages in. The Bisley Magnums went a bit further, and as far as I'm aware the Prometheus pellet went the furthest, but it had come out sort of at a bottom angle. But if you look at each one, you can see the Spitfire's completely flattened itself, so most of its energy's all gone in, there's still some paper stuck in the end of it. The Prometheus is still very much intact, so that in theory should penetrate the furthest because it hasn't blossomed out like a hollow point would. And then the Bisley Magnums, you can see, have partly crumpled, but you can still see the skirt intact on them, and there's paper caught in the top of those. So although we can't see conclusive evidence, it seems like the Prometheus went the furthest, and surprisingly the Spitfire didn't go as far as I thought it would, where, you know, I thought these were going to go the shortest distance, but they seem to have beat it ever so slightly. But interesting nonetheless, and it shows how when a catalogue's quite all intact and close together, it is very efficient at stopping, you know, pellets, which goes to prove how dangerous a crossbow can be when they can easily go through one or two of those.